Hey gang, welcome back to 31 Days of Halloween. Today is day number 28, and we're going to talk about 1944 Bela Lugosi, Return of the Vampire. This was originally presented from Columbia as a direct sequel to Dracula from 31, but Universal basically said, not going to happen. We're going to sue you. So it's not a direct sequel. It is its own film it's his own film here. So we have Bela Lugosi, who plays, let me get I wrote the thing down. Amon Tesla. Amon Tesla is the name of the vampire. The vampire is almost exactly like Dracula, and it is Bela Lugosi, so he plays it like Dracula. He has a henchman that is a werewolf. He controls the henchman. At the beginning we see Lugosi, Tesla. No, let's back up. We see a doctor treating a patient who has little pinpricks in her neck, and they put two and two together. At the same time, Tesla is sneaking in through another door to feed off of the doctor's granddaughter. After this, we see our doctor and the female that's with him. They find the grave of Tesla, and they ram a spike through his heart, and he dies. And the werewolf turns back into a man, and the curse is broke. So everything goes good for, I forget how many years they say. 23 years, maybe? Something like that. There's a war going on, and a bomb hits the graveyard and scatters caskets everywhere where bodies are unearthed, and these I don't know if they work for the graveyard or what, but these two guys are in, and they are taking care of reburying bodies. When they find Tesla's body with the spike in its heart, they're like, no man should die like this, with shrapnel stuck through him. They think the bomb caused this. So they pull the spike out, and they rebury it. And of course we know what happens. Lugosi comes back. He's a vampire. He gets his werewolf servant back, and the rest is basically Dracula-ish. I hate to talk bad about Bela Lugosi. I mean, this is Bela Lugosi. But this film is really boring. Really boring. It's kind of like they're just trying too damn hard here to make a character of Dracula, basically. It's almost like that they don't want, no matter how much they have to, they don't want to veer off of Lugosi's Dracula. They want to keep that so bad. Even though they've been warned, whatever, they've done enough to get it to where they're not in trouble. But Lugosi's Dracula just, I guess it fits this story because it does flow. I mean, the story as a whole flows well. It's not, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the fact that it's boring. There's nothing really to it. We have a werewolf, and we have a vampire, and they really don't do anything. We do see the werewolf change back to human, and then we see him again change back to a werewolf with that quick dissolve, which obviously was made famous by the Wolfman in 41. So yeah, they did a real, that looked good. Lugosi, what did I read this? This is the, second time. This could be wrong, so go ahead and quote me, or go ahead and put it down there if I'm wrong. But I think I read that this is only the second time that we see a vampire dissolve. Yeah, I'm going to spoil it. The vampire dies, guys. It's okay. You're not going to watch this anyway. But anyway, yeah, we see the vampire dissolve. It's the second time since Nosferatu. Or the first time since Nosferatu. It's the second time. Which I have to say, Nosferatu in 1921, 22-ish, and Return of the Vampire in 1944, there should not be... I know technology isn't the greatest at this point, but it should not look worse than it did in a silent film in the 20s. Nosferatu's vampire dissolve is so much better. This is just a melted wax clump. That's all it is. I don't have, I gave you guys the story. My overall feelings of this is it's a 107-minute boring story about a vampire and a werewolf, and that's it. I mean, it's just basically it's over 45 minutes of this lady trying to convince a guy from Scotland Yards that vampires are real. No matter how much she gives him, he just doesn't believe it, which is fine. That's the best part of the film, is this. The vampire and the werewolf are just... whatever. I'm going to leave. I hate talking about films that I ended up not really... It's not that I didn't like it, because I always will like Bela Lugosi as a vampire. And he does treat this like Dracula, and that's fine. But the story itself was just boring. I didn't hate it, didn't love it, right in the middle, and yeah, probably never watch it again. But anyway, Return of the Vampire. Listen to the music, blah, blah, blah. Tomorrow's 29, and I got a good one for tomorrow.